Hello everyone, welcome to this special video on tenses. It is a requested video and I spent over a week creating this video gathering all the required information to make sure it's comprehensive and informative. Tenses can be a bit tricky to understand, but with the right guidance you will be able to master them in no time. In this video I will be covering everything from present, past and future tenses to perfect, continuous and perfect continuous tenses. If you like my videos, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. What are tenses? Tenses in English grammar is the form of the verb which shows the time when a specific event has happened in the past or happening in the present or will happen in the future. Basically, tense denotes the characteristics of the verb in a sentence. Tense is defined as any of the forms of a verb that may be used to show the time of the action or state expressed by the verb. Importance of tenses. In order to frame a sentence and convey the information clearly, we need to learn the correct use of tense in a sentence. Tenses helps us to communicate effectively and express the context of the information. There are three tenses in English grammar. Present tense, now, today, this moment, this year, this month. Past tense, which is already finished. Yesterday, 2 days ago, last month. Future tense, which is yet to begin. Tomorrow, next week, next month. There are 4 types of actions. Simple or indefinite, continuous or progressive, perfect and perfect continuous. Simple present tense. We use simple present tense to express universal facts. Example, the earth revolves around the sun. The sun rises in the east. For things that are always true. Oil floats on water. Bats fly at night. Permanent situations are for things that stay the same for a long time. Example, my uncle works in a bank. They live in Mumbai. For habits and routines. I play tennis on the weekend. Gopi usually gets up at 6 o'clock. For short actions now. Example, now I understand why. He hits the ball hard. For future timetables or scheduled events. Example, the train leaves at 11 am. Structure of simple present in positive form. Subject plus verb plus s or es or ies plus object. In the simple present, most regular verbs use the root form. Except in the third person singular, subject take s, es or ies. See the example. I drink coffee every morning. He drinks coffee every morning. So for third person singular, he, drink, become, drinks. In singular, first person is I, second person is you, third person is he, she, it. In plural form, first person is we, second person is you, third person is they. The helping verb be is I take am, you, we, they take are. Third person singular, he, she, it take is. When the main verb is preceded by an auxiliary verb or helping verb, main verb always remains in its original form. Example, she sings. When we use helping verb before the verb, then the sentence becomes she can sing. He reads. He must read or he does read. Here, I, you, we, they take do or do not. Third person singular, he, she, it takes does or does not. Negative form, subject plus do or does plus not plus main verb. You can also use the contractions don't or doesn't instead of do not or does not. Example, I don't like apple pie. She doesn't eat meat. They do not swim. Note, do or does plus not always comes before the main verb. Question form. The structure for asking question in the simple present is do or does plus subject plus main verb. Example, do you like spicy food? Does she travel during the summer? Present continuous tense. We use this tense to talk about things or actions that are happening now, at the present moment or around the time of speaking. I am writing a letter now. It is raining outside. It is used for actions that are temporary or not habitual. She is planning a vacation. I am preparing dinner. We also use it to talk about the future arrangements. Example, I am meeting my friend at 4 pm. They are flying to London next week. She is attending a conference on Friday. So it's used to talk about the actions that we can control. He is acting like he doesn't care. Means actually he is a caring person. In this moment, he is acting like he doesn't care. Means he is controlling his emotions. Can be used to express an annoying habit. Example, she is always biting her nails. So positive form or affirmative form, subject plus be form plus base verb ing plus object. Example, she is playing tennis now. I am reading a storybook. They are playing cricket at the park. Note, whenever you see ing in the sentence, it is present continuous. Negative form, subject plus be form plus not plus base verb ing plus object. Example, we are not going to the trip this week. She is not wearing a red dress to the party tonight. I am not reading a book. Note, present continuous tense should not be used with state verbs. So what are state verbs? Verbs that describe a state or condition rather than an action. Example, love, believe, know, understand, hate, remember. I believe you, which is a correct statement. Not I am believing you. We generally say I know, not I am knowing you. Question form or interrogative form. Be form plus subject plus base verb ing plus object. Example, are you eating lunch in the restaurant today? Is he watching a movie on Friday night? Are you going for vacation this year? Present perfect tense. Completed actions with a connection to the present. Actions completed in the past but have effect on present. We use the present perfect tense to talk about the actions that happened at an unspecified time in the past but have a connection to the present. Example, I have cleaned my room so I can go out with my friends. I have cleaned my room, which is a completed action. The effect is I am free now so I can go out with my friends. She has cooked the dinner. The dinner is ready now. We use it to talk about experiences in our life. Example, I have been to Italy. She has traveled to Europe twice. Actions that started in the past and continued into the present. We also use it to talk about actions that began in the past and are still relevant in the present or ongoing. Example, we have had the same car for 10 years. He has lived in this city for 5 years. I, we, you, they, take, have. Third person singular, he, she, it, take, has. Positive form, subject plus has or have plus past participle plus object. Example, I have played football. Note, whenever you see have, had, has, it is perfect tense. Even though this is the present perfect tense, the main verb is in the past participle form, usually with an ed. Cooked, passed, talked, worked. Do not use present perfect tense with words or phrases that indicate time like yesterday, last Sunday, at 8 o'clock, 3 months ago, etc. Example, I have met Mr. Singh yesterday, which is wrong. I met Mr. Singh yesterday. The train has left 10 minutes ago. The correct sentence is, the train left 10 minutes ago. Negative form, subject plus has or have plus not plus past participle. Example, I haven't seen that movie. She hasn't finished her lunch yet. I, we, you, they, take, have not. He, she, it, take, has not. Question form, have or has plus subject plus past participle. Example, have you seen that movie? Has he studied for his exam? Time expressions in the present perfect tense. Just means a short time ago. Example, I have just finished my homework. Already means sooner than expected. Example, don't pay the bill. I have already paid it. Yet means until now. Example, I haven't spoken to her yet. Recently means in the last few days. She recently graduated from college. So far means a period of time that continues until now. Example, we have walked 2 kilometers so far. Means in their journey they completed 2 kilometers and more to go. Today, this evening, this year means a period that is not finished at the time of speaking. I haven't had a holiday this year. Present perfect continuous tense. Structure, subject plus has or have plus been plus verb ing plus object. This tense is used for actions or situations that started in the past and are still ongoing in the present and may continue into the future. Example, she has been dancing for 2 hours. To emphasize the duration, it helps us emphasize how long an action has been happening or how much time has passed since the action started, and also to show the impact of that continuing action on the present. Example, they have been playing football all afternoon. He has been working hard since morning. This tense is also used to talk about actions that have been happening recently or actions that are taking place lately. So structure with time clause is subject plus has or have plus been plus verb ing plus time clause since or for or time. Example, it has been raining since morning. Negative form, subject plus has or have plus not plus been plus verb ing plus time clause since or for or time. Example, they haven't been studying all day. He hasn't been watching TV. Question form, has or have plus subject plus been plus verb ing. Example, has he been painting a picture? Have you been practicing your guitar? Simple past tense. We use this tense to talk about things that happened at a definite time in the past. We say or think about the time that the action happened. Example, yesterday, last week, last month, 3 months ago, in 2000, etc. Example, I passed the driving test 2 months ago. She was born in 2005. Use of the simple past tense. Expressing the completed actions. I visited my grandparents last weekend. Talking about past habits or routines. Example, I used to play soccer every Saturday. And this tense is also used in narrating past events or to tell a story. Example, once upon a time there was a brave king. And it is used to describe past states or conditions. Example, she was tired after a long day at work. Positive form. For regular verbs, structure is subject plus verb plus ed plus object. Example, he cooked a salad for lunch yesterday. Most verbs add ed to the base form of the verb. Walk, walked, cook, cooked. And the verbs ending with e add d to the base form of the verb, means dance, danced. Verbs ending in a consonant plus y, change y to I and add ed. Carry becomes carried. Verbs ending in a vowel plus a consonant. Then double the final consonant and add ed. Stop, stopped. Irregular verbs. Irregular verbs have unique forms for the simple past tense that must be memorized individually. Here are some examples. Go, went, eat, ate, drink, drank. Example, he drank a bottle of water. I slept at 9 p.m. last night. I, he, she, it take was. We, you, they take were. Note, the verbs in simple past tense except in the verb be has the same form with all the subjects such as I worked, you worked, he worked, they worked. Negative form, subject plus did not plus base form of the main verb. Example, she did not go to the party. I did not go to the school yesterday. Question form, did plus subject plus base form of the main verb. Example, did you go to the party? Did you take your vitamins? Past continuous tense. This tense is used to talk about continuing action at some point in the past, describing an action that was happening at a particular time in the past. Structure is subject plus was or were plus verb ing. Example, they were eating dinner. I was playing tennis. Now take a sentence. Geeta watched a movie from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. yesterday, which is a simple past tense. If someone asked Geeta that, what were you doing at 4 o'clock yesterday? I was watching TV. So I was watching TV, which is a past continuous tense. If we are going to talk about a specific point in the past and they were in the middle of doing something, then we use past continuous tense. Example, Reena was cooking at 12 p.m. yesterday. Take two sentences. We were having lunch when the phone rang. The boy fell down while he was running. In the last two sentences above, the past continuous is often used with the simple past tense. It shows that an action was continuing at a time when a new shorter action happened. The simple past tense is used for the new action. It is used when one action in the past was ongoing and get interrupted by another action. I was watching TV when the power went out. They were having a picnic when it started to rain heavily. Negative form, subject plus was or were not plus verb ing plus object. Example, she was not studying for the exam. They were not sleeping at that time. Question form, was or were plus subject plus verb ing plus object. Example, was he reading a book? Were they playing in the park? Now see some examples. She read a book when the phone rang, which is a wrong statement. She was reading a book when the phone rang, which is a correct statement. They play soccer when it started raining, which is a wrong statement. They were playing soccer when it started raining, which is a correct statement. Past perfect tense. The past perfect tense is used to describe an action that happened before another action in the past. It helps to show which of the two past actions happened first. So structure is subject plus had plus past participle. Example, they had visited the museum before it closed. He had eaten dinner before the movie started. We don't use the past perfect when there is only one past event, even though it has happened a long time ago. So we use past perfect when there are two past actions. Time expressions. So time expressions are used to provide additional context and indicate the order of actions. Example, before, after, by the time, already, never, ever, etc. Example, that was the most exciting concert I had ever been to. Negative form, subject plus had plus not plus past participle. Example, he had not finished his work before going out. We had not seen that movie before. Question form, had plus subject plus past participle. Example, had they already left when you arrived? Had you studied hard before you took the test? Now see some sentences. They eat breakfast before they leave for school, which is wrong. They had eaten breakfast before they left for school. She finished her course before she go to the park, which is wrong statement. She had finished her course before she went to the park. Past perfect continuous tense. It is used to describe actions of events that started in the past, continued for some time, and may have just recently ended. Example, she had been playing the piano for 2 hours before dinner. This means she started playing piano before dinner and continued playing for 2 hours. This tense is helpful when we want to emphasize how long an action was happening before something else occurred. Example, I had been studying all night when I finally understood the lesson. This means that I was studying for an extended period before understand the lesson. The time expressions often used for are, since, all day, until. Example, they had been playing tennis all morning before it started raining. Positive form. Subject plus had been plus verb ing plus object. Example, she had been reading a book all evening. Negative form. Subject plus had not been plus verb ing plus object. Example, they had not been watching TV all day. He had not been playing the guitar for very long before he got bored. Question form. Had plus subject plus been plus verb ing plus object. Had you been working on the project? Had she been swimming when it started raining? Simple future tense. We use it to describe actions or events that will happen in the future. Structure is subject plus will or shall plus verb plus object. Example, I will go to the park tomorrow. Will. Will is used to express instant decisions, predictions, promises, offers, threat or request. Example, I will call my grandparents this weekend, which is instant decision. She won't finish her work before the deadline, which is a prediction. I will help you with those bags, which is an offer. I will never talk to you again, which is a threat. Be going to. The be going to structure is used to express plans, intentions and predictions based on present evidence or intention. Structure is subject plus am or is or are plus going to plus base verb. Example, he is going to do exercise tomorrow morning. Intention. We are going to start a new project next month, which is a plan. I think it is going to rain. Prediction. There are also other ways of talking about the future, such as they are traveling to Paris next week. This is present continuous. The train departs at 8 a.m. tomorrow. Simple present tense. So we use present continuous tense or simple present tense to talk about future tense. Negative form. Subject plus will or shall plus not plus verb. She won't go out because it's raining. I will not eat ice cream during winter. I, we take will or shall. He, she, it, they take will. Question form. Will plus subject plus base verb. Example, will you come to the party? Will they watch the movie tonight? Future continuous tense. We use this tense to talk about the actions or events that will be in progress at a particular time in the future. It helps us describe actions that will be ongoing. And it can also be used to make predictions or assumptions about future actions or events. Example, I think he will be studying all night for the exam. Time expressions are used to provide additional context at this time, tomorrow, next week, at 6 p.m., in a month, like that. Example, tomorrow at 3 p.m., I will be playing football. Next month, I will be celebrating my birthday with a party. Positive form structure is subject plus will or shall plus be plus verb ing. Example, they will be studying at this time tomorrow. We will be eating dinner at 7 p.m. Negative form structure is subject plus won't be plus base verb ing. Example, I won't be watching TV tonight. They won't be playing video games. Question form will plus subject plus be form plus base verb ing. Example, will you be studying for the exams? Will they be traveling next week? Future perfect tense. We use it to describe actions or events that will be finished before a specific time or another action in the future. Example, by the end of the year, he will have visited 5 countries. We will have planted all the flowers by next spring. It helps us emphasize that an action will be done, completed, or achieved in the future before something else happens. Example, she will have graduated by next year. By the time he retires, he will have worked there for 6 years. So positive form structure is subject plus will plus have plus past participle. He will have finished the book by Friday. We will have cleaned the house before the guests arrive. Negative form subject plus will plus not plus have plus past participle. Example, I won't have eaten dinner by the time you come. They won't have completed the project by the deadline. Question form will plus subject plus have plus past participle. Example, will they have fixed the car before the trip? Will you have read the entire book by tomorrow? Future perfect continuous tense. Actions completed in the future. We use it to talk about actions that will be ongoing, starting from now and continuing up to a specific point in the future. Example, by the weekend, I will have been working on my company's game-changing project for a week. Emphasizing duration. It helps us emphasize how long an action or event will have been happening in the future before something else occurs. Example, by the time I graduate, I will have been studying at this university for 4 years. Positive form structure is subject plus will have been plus base verb ing. Example, she will have been reading the book all night. Negative form subject plus won't have been plus base verb ing. I won't have been studying all night. Question form will plus subject plus have been plus base verb ing. Will they have been playing chess for 2 hours? That's a wrap on our tense video. I hope you found it helpful and informative. If you did, don't forget to give it thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more educational content.